Yo, now this is my second video today. I made a very personal video. I usually make very personal videos because I believe that force, artificial stuff is the worst thing. The worst thing you could get, or the furthest from the best anyway. So I plan to be like this for the rest of my life. I've been like this for a long time, not all my life, but for a long time. And in the video I was saying about my views on life, how I think of life and ending it, but the death is too painful. That's why I'm still alive. Plus, it's not just that, it's not just me. There's my mother, I got family. Well, I haven't got any kids, but I've got family, brothers, cousins, his uncles, and I come from a black family, so we're just different, man. Different than any other race. But I think all races are beautiful. I know I may make some people think I'm crazy, but I think everything is beautiful at one stage in their time in life. You know what I mean? I think kids are beautiful. We only become bad. It's learned behaviour. But anyway, back to the point. I would just come back from being outside. I had to go and top up my electric for my so-called apartment or flat or whatever. But going outside, just looking around, it's not surprising why I want to take my life, because you got to think about this. What was the reason for life? How was we supposed to live? A lot of people are so lost and unplugged that they think there's no meaning to life. We're just here. It was a big bang and we've evolved which is just nonsense. But then again, no one's got any 100% evidence on what reality is. The only time you get there is. I mean, there's people who have had near-death experiences and they've gone to the afterworld and they've met the beings, the angels, and maybe even God. I don't know how far they got, but they've met beings, you know what I mean? So there is more to this life than just physical and matter and just evolving it. We had a purpose at one stage. It wasn't to eat meat, I know that, because meat don't grow on trees. It wasn't to have a car that pollutes the country, pollutes the planet, and just drive around for fun. It wasn't to make fatty foods and addictive foods and make people obese and all that. So I went outside and I looked around and all I saw is death. Everything was death. Every shop was selling some form of death. If they're not selling meat, they're selling cars that pollute the planet, and we drive around all day, every day, doing meaningless things until the day we die, just polluting. And the people believe in costumes, like hairstyles and makeup and all these nonsense things that make people judge you on your external. So there's nothing spiritual. You're supposed to judge people on who they are. Are you a good person? Are you a good soul? Do you have good ways? Not, oh, well, he looks pretty fly, he looks pretty cool, and he's cool. Them things only promote death. So when I went outside and looked around and see how much death, there was no life. You might come across someone who has a vegan shop, which is promoting life. You might have someone who has a spiritual shop that's promoting life. But it's about 0.01% of the rest of the world. So I can see why now people commit suicide and want to commit suicide. You know, it's not. I don't think suicide is a thing that you can look at as an illness or even illness. Even illness. I mean, is illness an illness, or is the world just ill, and people ain't fitting into the ill world? Because a lot of people are fitting in. A lot of people, because you know, there's certain things that make people want to live, like success. You know, respect, and all these things, all these ingredients. But a lot of them are drived on money, on dividing, and all types of things. But this video, I'm gonna leave it short because, yeah, okay.